So, guys, I really wanted to take a minute and talk more about Kingdom from the War of Cybertron Trilogy. Obviously, this panel was presented at the Hasbro Pulsecon 2020, so instead they decided that they would do their own event in September of all months. So really, this is what I wanted to talk about today, Kingdom, the War for Cybertron Trilogy. And this is where things kind of get weird. If we scrub through the actual video here, here's a teaser poster that they put up. This poster is a tease for the upcoming Kingdom line, and this is very interesting. We can see multiple generations of Transformers in this one huge battle scene, but it really is something where you really have to sort of kind of break it down a little bit. We see a whole bunch of different characters here. Back here we see Gears. Gears? Definitely G1 from there. Wheeljack is over here. And then, mixed in is Blackarachnia, Megatron from the actual Beast Wars series. We have Rat Trap over here. We have Huffer. Huffer is here, right? Back here, there's, I believe that's the fire truck guy. I can't remember his name anymore. But look, right here is Ultra Magnus. What happened? I was sure that Ultra Magnus was declared, dead. He was killed by Megatron. So something else is going on. There definitely is a lot of, and we can say it, temporal mechanics happening here probably. We have Drax here. We have Cheetor. I think that's Rhinox over there. That's definitely Waspinator. There's RC. Obviously there's Big Bot Optimus Prime. Optimus Primal. I'm not sure who this character is. I think he's a new character for the series. Some alligator type of character here, but he's only in the bone structure. There's Warpath. Crazy. But now I'm going to talk about some of the very exciting reveals. Over here, we have Cyclonus. He was revealed as one of the toys that's actually being released in Wave 1. Very excited about that. I am a huge Transformers the movie fan, so that really excites me. And speaking of the movie, look who this is. It's Galvatron. Holy shit. It's freaking Galvatron. So we do know that there is some sort of funky timeline going on here. And then we have to come to the elephant in the room, and it is one heck of a big elephant. All the way here in the background, right beside the exploding mountain where he probably landed, is the Ark. Now I said he, but I think it's very possible that this is a she. This is definitely, from where I can stand, from what I can tell, is a Titan Class Transformer. Look at the size of this thing. Now we can recognize this as the Ark from the telltale thrusters in the background. So he or she, I'm actually putting my money on a she right now, is ginormous. And I'm very excited for this, as they've been teasing the blueprints for the Ark. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, we might be seeing a Titan class Ark very, very soon. And this entire collage is just a mystery. Like, obviously the story is going to revolve around some sort of temporal mechanics, but I think the sizing has got to be redone a little bit, because we have Optimus Prime here, who looks as big as Optimus Primal. There's a lot of things going on here which don't make sense. We're going to find out coming soon in a big way. But this excites me a lot. We're talking about a Titan class Ark. Think about that for a second. The Ark carried all of the Autobots. This is going to be gigantic. And from what we saw in the series, it really is going to be a powerhouse. It literally wiped out hordes of Decepticons when it was trying to defend the Autobots just before takeoff. So, again, I think he or she is going to be a major role in the final battle against the Decepticons or the Predacons. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be very, very exciting. So I'm happy to see it, and yeah, let's just move on a little bit. And here's another teaser for the actual poster itself. And as you can see, Megatron here and Galvatron. Wow, just reminiscent of, and we do see Dinobot. Right, and we see a lot of familiar faces here. It's really, really encouraging. So very excited to see that. I wasn't really the biggest Beast Wars fan, so it's kind of my memory is kind of hazy on that. But of course, I do remember the big bots and the most popular characters like Cheetor here. Cheetor, of course, was one of the most popular characters in the series. He got the royal treatment here for the toy. I'm really excited the way he transforms and the way he looks. As you can see, John here is showing him off, and he looks fabulous. His transformation looks pretty good. His robot mode and his alt mode as a cheetah looks incredible. So really excited to see him in the line. Then we have Rat Trap, and his alt mode. Again, there's some line work there, but for what it was supposed to do, it looks pretty great. Now, of course, he's in a very static pose. There's not much we can do about that. But in terms of his overall transformation, he looks great. His robot mode, on the other hand, looks amazing. It looks like it's got a lot of articulation. His face sculpt is really amazing, as you can see here that John's holding him up. He's got a lot of holes, obviously to save on the molds and stuff like that. But in terms of what he is, he's very reminiscent of the actual series. Very excited to see him return to screen. This is going to be probably a really great collection along the lines. And then, of course, there is Cyclonus, one of the biggest reveals that I was very excited for. He looks massive. Now, I was thinking, I was certain that he was going to be a Voyager class, but looking at him again, he might be leader class. But I think John mentioned that he is a Voyager class, which is pretty good if that's the sales point, because that's actually much more affordable than leader class for obvious reasons. But definitely looking forward to seeing this guy on the shelves. I think it's very hard to be able to find him though. He's going to be sought after. His alt mode looks great, so reminiscent of the actual movie. I'm very, very excited to see what it's in store and really to get my hands on this guy. There really has never been a Cyclonus from the movie aesthetic, which has been released in toy form. So officially, anyway. So very excited to see him. Really excited about that. And then we come to the big bot. It is, of course, Megatron from Beast Wars. So honestly, the Masterpiece Edition from Takara Tomy was released a year ago, I think, and he looked amazing. But this version, which is for the Kingdom line, he looks pretty amazing in himself. I mean, look at this guy. His alt mode is pretty amazing. I mean, look at the sculpture on that. They made him more of an actual realistic dinosaur, which is great. But when you come to his robot mode, that's where he really shines. This is almost like Megatron jumped off the screen. He looks incredible. The only complaint that people are having apparently is that he might not have an actual arm where the head is for the Tyrannosaurus Rex. But you know what? I think we can live with that. I think that his overall transformation looks great. John's zooming in on him right here. He's definitely a leader class. I don't know. He might be a commander class actually. There's a possibility. He's huge, and honestly, I think his articulation looks great. He's got all the bells and whistles. I'm very, very excited. Again, I wasn't the biggest Beast Wars fan, but honestly, he's exciting me. He's got these product shots look great. Very excited to see Megatron coming to the War for Cybertron toy line. It's going to be great. Then we moved on to something very surprising. John revealed that there is a I think it's like a Battlemaster sized Optimus Prime. So I think I can't remember what the actual classification of this size of Optimus Prime is, but basically what they've done is they've miniaturized Optimus Prime so that he can fit in with the sizing and the actual scale of the Beast Wars characters. And that's kind of odd. If we actually go and rewatch the original Beast Wars cartoon, I recall that Optimus Prime was gigantic compared to Megatron when Megatron tried to shoot him in the face. So why Optimus Prime is this small, why they're releasing a character this tiny to scale up with the actual Beast Wars characters is weird. Here we can see him posing with the Earthrise version of Optimus Prime. Actually, Yes, this is the Earthrise version of Optimus Prime, and as you can see, he literally is kind of like a mini-me, and these are kind of humorous shots, really cute kind of things. I am enjoying that. I really am gonna look forward to picking this guy up. I think he's gonna be fun. As you can see, Rachel, she's having fun with it. I think she enjoys it a lot, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think these guys had a lot of fun designing these things. So here's another character. I can't remember what his name was, but he's apparently an armament class. So basically, he will be able to join up with other characters. But this is another character who I was very excited to hear about. Blackarachnia is coming back, and her sculpt looks almost nearly identical to her Masterpiece version, which is exciting. I really do believe that they take what they learned from Masterpiece and apply it to the new generation of toys. Now, as you can see being held in John's hand here, she's obviously a much smaller class. She's probably smaller than Voyager. But honestly, her sculpt work looks amazing. She really does look like the same version which came out earlier this year, I think, for Masterpiece. She looks incredible. She doesn't look like she has a lot of... obviously, her legs are a lot smaller, and there aren't that many holes, which is really great compared to Rat Trap. She looks beautiful. And her transformation, her alt mode, it looks just as stunning. I'm very, very happy with the way she turned out. She looks incredible. Seriously creepy. I love the aesthetic. It looks great. And as you can see with John here, he talks about how, yeah, there's very little... she's very clean. She's very easy to transform. Super well designed. I'm very excited for these characters that are coming out now. And then we have like another G1 favorite. It's Warpath. The hits just keep on coming. Warpath was always a fan favorite in G1, and now we're getting an awesome representation for him in Kingdom. He looks great. I do love the actual G1 look. His transformation into his alt mode looks amazing. He looks like a great tank. And if we bring in the actual character himself here, he looks amazing. His robot mode is incredible. As you can see, he's been geared up with the supporting weapons modes from the other Kingdom character. John's going to pull off those right now. And yeah, his alt mode looks great. Really excited to be able to get this character. I wasn't the biggest fan of Warpath, but seeing him here now in this line, he looks incredible. So very happy to see him being added to the actual line. So here's another character, and this is like, he's like a paleontologist's dream. He basically looks like a whole bunch of bones, which is brought to life. And again, he's one of those armament type of Transformers. He basically enhances other Transformers by becoming weapons for them. Don't really know the name of this guy. I'm going to flash the name on the screen so everyone knows what it is. But yeah, he was a surprise. And then, of course, there is the other big bot. It is Optimus Primal. Now, in terms of his look, he looks exactly like he jumped off the screen. He's a great character from the show. And Lenny here, he's going to go over some of the details. I love the design aesthetic with Optimus Primal here. He's got those great big swords that he carries around. His forearm cannons pop out, just like in the show. Great stuff. I love the aesthetic. His alt beast mode looks amazing. All the details are there. Very well sculpted. Great stuff. He really does look like a great character. Ironically, though, as you can see, he's got shoulder cannons and stuff. But ironically, unlike the show, where he was more or less matched up with Megatron, here he's much smaller than Megatron, and it really shows. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to match these guys up, but you know what? In terms of scale, that really makes a little bit more sense. However, at the end of the day, really happy to see these characters. Super excited to have them in hand in the next coming couple of months. And the packaging design that they revealed, pretty amazing. Obviously, we can see Rat Trap here, Cheetor, and of course Optimus Primal. Is it just me, or does Optimus Primal seem like he shouldn't be that? The box should be a little bit smaller than that. I think they're really pushing that Voyager class on this. This is interesting. Anyway, it'll all come together. We'll all figure it all out. But these guys look incredible. Really looking forward to catching these guys, getting them in hand, and tracking them down when they come on to the pegs in the next couple of months. They talked a bit about some of the chase cards that you can get along with the characters. I'm not really a big chase guy. I'm not going to collect 6 or 7 different figures just to collect their chase cards. That doesn't make any sense to me. But very excited about this line. I think that it's a very exciting reveal. We see a lot of different characters here. They're all and pretty much their sizes. As you can see, Cyclonus is a very, very big character. Oh man, Megatron is huge. Optimus Primal is, maybe he can match up with him. We'll see when they finally transform together. Blackarachnia looks amazing. So does Cheetor. I really do love Warpath, but again, how they're going to fit this into the actual timeline is going to be very, very interesting, and I'm really excited to see how that'll all work. So wonderful to see these new designs come together. Very excited about that. But yeah, that was the actual Transformers presentation, and all in all, it was a great presentation. I was very, very happy with the way it turned out. A lot of great reveals, and I really am looking forward to what's to come. So yeah, guys, please leave some comments in the comment section below. I'd like to find out if you were excited about some of these Transformers that are coming out soon. Did you attend Pulsecon 2020, or did you hear about some cool stuff that has been under the reveal? What do you think about this Titan Class Ark, who's just enormous? Is he or she exciting you in terms of like the newest lines for the Titans? And what did you think about the new Kingdom releases that we heard about today? Guys, leave those comments in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave me a like and consider subscribing, as it does help YouTube to realize that I am growing and that you guys enjoy my work. Guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. Geek proud. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to support the channel, please see the link in the description below. I've got more videos on the way, and we'll see you at the next one. Geek proud.